带有国际化、带有这种标志性的这样的一个活动。那么同时，在今年呢，它的国际范儿也是格外的突出。除了刚刚和大家介绍的，说是像中外青年歌曲合唱这些，融合了古典与现代中国风与国际范儿，展现京津冀丰厚历史文化与时尚活力的这样的这个融合性的表演之外呢，现场我们了解到也是有6位世界旅游城市联合会会员城市的市长通过视频为北京市民送来了新年祝福。那么同时呢，还是有超过20位的这个外国使节、这个驻华大使等等来到了现场。那现在我们刚刚听到的这个，听到现场这种带动的这现场主持人的预告，也是说马上我们的这个倒计时庆典活动也会正式开始。那在这里呢，和各位简单的做一个剧透，就是从11点大概38、40开始，那分别会有3个篇章。分别是以这个雨燕携春、目光精彩和伴伴同心、合力筑梦以及携手未来、共迎新年3个篇章不同的这种表演。那我们看到现场的话呢，应该也是联动到了北京的这个跨年联欢。刚刚我们讲到的这个河北正定，也就是右边这块屏幕上的这个主持人，然后正在进行这个串场活动呢。京津冀3地的群众。
As our reporter just mentioned, this year is extra special because not only are the performances going to have the international perspectives from the youth who have joined us, this year especially we have also featured lots of representatives from world tourism cities and federation who recorded special New Year greetings from different parts of the world. And 22 ambassadors to China have joined the event to experience intangible cultural heritage as the essence of Chinese New Year.
都会进行一些的这个联动，涵盖了文商、旅体等等多样的这种丰富的多业态形式，来方便北京市民或者是在京工作、居住、生活、学习的居民就近跨年。那2025的北京新年倒计时活动，除了我们所在的这个主会场之外呢，像是在这个朝阳的798园区这样的艺术园区，以及蓝色港湾温榆河公园、海淀华西五棵松、门头沟的潭浦商圈、昌平的超级合生汇以及密云等等这样的远郊。也是这个重点区域组织开展了形式多样的活动，像是我们说到的这个密云，它就是进行这种无人机的表演。那么在一些重点的商圈呢，可能会进行一些文化的盛宴。在这个通州的副中心，比如说我们熟悉的北京艺术中心、城市图书馆呢，也会有贴合着这个新年主题的这种文艺演出和文化活动，方便市民群众就近参加这个参与跨年迎新的活动，相信总有一款适合您总能够在这其中找到自己喜爱的这样的跨年文化活动。同时，除了这样的一个多区域多业态的联动之外，以及经济的联动以及我们所在的这个园区内的联动之外。
Right. So it's not one of the central districts. We're not speaking about, for example, Chaoyang or Xichang, which are the central districts normally where there is a concentration of businesses, a concentration of traffic. And so it's nice to see that things are happening in a decentralized way in different districts of the city.
我们所在的首钢园区来说，它作为曾经的一个工业巨人，在这一年其实也继续书写着辉煌的篇章。那入园的客流量也是突破了1300万人次，成为了远近闻名的城市会客厅。那现在我们是见证了它从工业遗存到文化艺术场所的华丽转身， As
our lovely reporter has explained the transformative journey that Shougang has experienced over the past few years. Have you been to Shougang?
I have recently been to Shougang, and I think that it's beautiful what they've done with the place. They keep all the factories in their integral structure, which I think is a nod to the past, but then they've refurbished them, they've changed their, basically, their function, and now it's a place for creativity, it's a place for traveling, it's a place for culture, and so it's nice that they're not really trying to sweep the past under the rug, but they're taking ownership of that, but at the same time they're transforming it into a more green, a more creative, a more cultural space, as well as sportsy space, especially with it hosting many events during the Winter Olympics.
I have been there during the Winter Olympics. It was
Nice.
quite epic. And as you can see, year on year, people are increasing their choice on whether or not they choose to go to Shougang. And as we've seen in this live scene right now from our reporter, so many people are waiting for the countdown.
They are going to wait for a bit because we still have 20 minutes to go, 24 minutes to go before midnight.
算是个人，但是也算是宏伟的愿望吧。愿我们的文化能够更加繁荣，科技能够更加发达，生活能够更加美好。
Best wishes from our lovely reporter and saying hopefully in 2025 better health, greener environment, and happiness for all. As you can see, the audience are all either clapping or holding these, what do you call them, those sticks with lights on them?
Light sticks?
To show their excitement for the show.
They're very fancy. I've seen them actually.
Is that our very own Zhongshi hosting the event?
I have to look closer.
Yes.
是啊，这个4号高炉1969年建成。 到现在，他以全新的面貌和我们再次见面。
Yes, he is. We have confirmation that he is the CGTN host, 钟氏。
岁序更替，华章日新。那在新年的钟声即将敲响之际呢，我衷心的也祝愿大家在2025年里事业如日中天，
As we approach the new year, our lovely reporter is wishing our viewers a happy new year in advance.
希望你们的生活都能够充满阳光，每一天都能够收获到满满的喜悦和感动。
May your days be filled with bright and shiny sunlight and happiness.
是啊，我们看到大屏幕上已经出现了京津冀3D。
This is super nice. I mean, I am looking forward to this show. I've never seen a show that starts this late, to be honest.
Especially with the international aspects that are joining this year.
的确，这是京津冀3D 的协同发展是携手并进的。我相信，正如马上我们要看到的这个表演一样，那它是伴伴同心。 我们也期待着在新的一年里，京津冀3D 能够携手并进，共谱新篇。
Loving the resilience of the people, braving the winter cold just to be outside. I love that.
新年的祝福太多太多呢。
I'm just happy that I'm indoors right here.
The warmth of our studio.
马上。 这一场宏大的庆典就要开始。
All right, I think the show is beginning.
是千言万语都汇成了一句话，就是希望屏幕前的您能够以一个崭新的面貌迈向2025年。希望屏幕前的各位新年快乐，万事顺意。I hope you guys will all things going smoothly in the new year. So now let's come back to the studio in Beijing. I'm the reporter from CGTN, 邵薇。 再见。
Oh no, here it is.
Welcome back, guys.
We've missed you.
We have enjoyed the show, though, watching everything that's been happening.
Yes. I was just waiting for someone else to say, yes, we've missed you too as well, because we've been gone for an hour.
Have you missed us? Please leave a comment. to answer Nadim's question.
I guess I'm just looking for love on this New Year's Eve.
Hopefully. We are wishing love, prosperity, as our reporters and correspondents from every place that we have covered so far has shared with us.
Right. It's been a busy hour. We've been all around. We've been to Jakarta, Indonesia. We've been to Nairobi, Kenya. We've flown back to China, where we've been to a few places, Shanghai, Beijing now. Where else? What am I missing? Chongqing, Hangzhou, Jilin.
We saw all the people partying in the
snow.
In the snow. That looked really fun.
That actually, genuinely, we were here in the studio, Myrna and I, and we were just bobbing our heads.
Yeah, we were. And I hope you guys enjoyed the lion dance. Can we talk a bit more about that?
Oh, the lion dance.
Yeah.
Yes. We were discussing which is the most difficult part of this performance. Is it the person who's performing in front holding the head, or the one in the back crouching throughout the performance?
I think we really went in depth in art.
We really sort of analyzed that art, but it was really nice to be able to see it in a fresh way, especially with the music.
Yeah.
They also were trying to, like, there was a little bit of a competition going on between
which color did best from the lions.
And again, you and I have different opinions on that. But yeah, they tried to like bring elements of breakdancing into it with like one, you know, standing on top of the other person and then rotating 360 degrees mid-air. It was a show, to be honest.
It really, really was. And I think the most memorable thing in the past hours, the most memorable thing was how people in different locations were so excited. Either they were in the snow, in the malls, on the streets, walking around, watching the performance, watching a show. You can sense that they can't wait. Like, they are anticipating the new year together as a joint big family out on the street, out and about celebrating New Year. So I think that was the most memorable moment.
And I really want to just shift our attention just a little bit, because we've spoken about all the different places that we've been to. I forgot Gaza.
Yes.
We've had our correspondent giving us a review about the Gaza situation in terms of what is happening about in terms of the infrastructure, the healthcare, the deteriorating, dire human situation in Gaza. And I really want to say that even though we're seeing signs of hope and signs of celebrations and happiness around the world, there are in a lot of places in this world where people, you know, they have no way to celebrate or to spend this night the way we're spending it right now.
Yes.
And that's something that a lot of people in the midst of the merriment and the joy of finishing one year and starting a new year, that they forget. And it's really important to, and I don't want to sound a little bit like, you know, like I'm preaching, but it's really important to remember those who are not as fortunate or as blessed to be spending this night in peace, in warmth, in peace of mind. I think that's very important. The report from Gaza was very bleak. Our reporter was talking with destruction behind him, and he was speaking about crumbling infrastructure, healthcare, especially now with the cold settling in Gaza. It's a really dire, devastating situation, and this is their second year. This is the second New Year's Eve that they're spending in conflict, in devastation, and in war. So I just wanted to just let us in this moment remember those who do not have the privilege to share a nice evening.
Yes, we also do shout out to Rami for giving us a very full-length report, I would say, on everything that's going on. Even though we are capturing moments of different places in the world, he is giving us exactly what is happening behind him. But what you can see through his report and through all the other reports that we have received from Gaza about people's resilience, people's strength, and people's hope for a better tomorrow. So as 2025 is approaching, we really do hope to see a new sense of resilience and a new sense of hope for a better tomorrow.
Right.
We have done a short video challenge earlier about how people are spending their New Year's, or basically their New Year wishes. And I remember one of the English teachers back in Gaza has shared that they are hoping for peace, but you never see the loss of hope in her eyes. You see like she is still hopeful. And as we all are for 2025, hopefully a better tomorrow for all regions and a better understanding of peace in different regions as well.
That is very true. I think you have to hold on to hope, even if you feel helpless, even if you feel hopeless. And I think this is what these short videos of the 1001 Wishes campaign that we're doing here at CGTN. This is what we're getting from our contributors in Gaza. They're showing us a different side, a side of hope, a side of wishing for a better tomorrow, and may 2025 be the end of death, destruction, devastation in Gaza and around the world, but especially for Gaza because they've been going on through a lot over the past 14 months. So on this very special night, my heart goes to people in Gaza and Palestine.
Our hearts go to people in Gaza and Palestine, and we shout out again to all our reporters from around the world who are always working so hard to giving us the latest updates, the latest reports, so we can also have a better idea of what's happening. And thank you also to all our correspondents earlier in different regions, from Jakarta, from Kenya, from where else have we been? So many places.
We've been to Turkey with our reporter Michal, where we heard the very nice song I Will Survive in both English and Turkish. Now let's go back to what's happening here in China. We are minutes away from, we are actually 14 minutes away from midnight local time, and I am seeing a lot more people on the street. I'm seeing excitement being built up to the zero moment.
Also, a big shout out to all our reporters in China in different regions. They've shown us how vibrant each location is right now. I don't even know which one I want to go to. Nadim earlier told me let's just pack our bags and go to Jilin.
I was sold on Jilin like that.
Because of the snow and the party that was happening. I loved in Shanghai. We had the two guests who have came to visit China just to spend New Year's in Shanghai.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I think that's part of the whole travel, China travel thing that has been all over the place.
That's been
so
trending
many places to visit.
On the internet, China travel. More and more people are coming to China, and China is opening its doors to visitors, especially with favorable visa policies, transit visa policies, including more travelers from an enlarged list of countries, as well as most recently we've seen an increase in the number of hours that travelers can stay in China from 2 hours or 144 to 240 hours, which is 10 days visa-free in China.
I was in the airport the other day, and then I stumbled across something, a very, very clear line that says temporary driving license permits for international guests. And I saw that very clearly there, and I was like, oh, that is so convenient right now. So if you want to come and have a drive across China too, a road trip, that's also very possible and fun.
10 days is a not too bad time to stay in a new country. 10 days is a lot, actually.
If you just split it 2, already 5 places covered.
Sign me up.
You're already going to Jilin by tonight, aren't you? Speaking of 2024.
You are reading my mind.
Are we kidding? 2024 location is going to give us another bright show.
Xi'an.
Are we going back to Xi'an? Let's let our cameras go back to Xi'an and see what's happening.
Capital.
非常有意思的传统就是当跨年钟声倒计时进入到最后12秒钟的时候，人们会在钟声的伴奏之下，每1秒钟吃下1颗葡萄，每1颗葡萄代表的是即将到来的新年的每一个月，以此来获得好运。
Oh, that is like my first time to hear that. 12 grapes.
12 grapes.
12 grapes. Okay, amazing. So how about the French people celebrate their New Year's Eve?
Actually, French people celebrate New Year's Eve with friends. All this night, friends get together in the bar or at home, drinking, dancing, and chatting merrily while countdown to welcome the New Year. 就法国的朋友们呢，通常在跨年夜是和朋友待在一起，而不是和家人。那么12月31号的晚上，法国人通常大家会相聚在酒吧或者是某个朋友的家里，一起喝酒谈心，共同迎接新年的到来。
Yeah, how about 孟轲, the Arabic countries? the way that Arabs celebrate New Year's vary from countries. In some countries, the New Year's Eve just a family gathering or friends gathering. But in some modern cities like Doha or like Dubai, they will preparing some activities combined with the Western elements. So for example, every year in the New Year's Eve, there will be fireworks in the Khalifa Tower, Burj Khalifa, which becomes a spectacle to attract the attention for the people from all over the world. 在阿拉伯国家，这个庆祝的方式很不同，但是在一些城市，比如说迪拜、多哈这些比较现代的阿拉伯城市，他们庆祝新年的方法有很多。那每年12月31号在迪拜的哈利法塔的烟花秀就吸引了全球的目光。
还有就是现场的朋友们，那你们是怎么庆祝你们的那个元旦的呢？大家都非常聪明啊 ！You spend your days in the longest time in Chang'an, the theme block. 对，佳梅。
So 大家想不想学习我们刚才提到的那些国家的语言的新年快乐怎么说呢 ？So Link, do you know how to say Happy New Year in Chinese?
Ooh, it's testing out my 普通话。我说的不好普通话，对不起朋友。I think new 新年新年 and I knew Merry Christmas was 圣诞快乐 so I imagine 新年快乐。
OK，
Bravo。
So 美娇，
我可以说一点点。
你的英文，你的中文很好，你的英文当然更好。美娇 ，So how to say Happy New Year in 方西？
法语当中我们会说新年快乐是 Bonne
année。Bonne année。Bonne année。
非常的简单。
Formidable。
Spaniel。
西语的新年快乐稍微有一点点长，大家可以挑战一下，就是3个词，第一个词是 Feliz， 第二个词是 Feliz， 第二个词呢是 Año， 第三个词是 Nuevo， 连在一起就是 Feliz Año Nuevo。Feliz Año Nuevo。
那阿拉伯语应该是最难的。So how to say the Happy New Year in Arabic language?
阿拉伯语的新年快乐是 Sana Jadid Said， 有点奇怪，对不对
？Could you be slowly?
Yes， 我给大家解释一下。第一个词 Sana 是年的意思，第二个词 Jadid 是新的意思 ，Said 是快乐的意思 ，Said。对，那大家跟我读一遍 Sana Jadid Said。Sana Jadid
Said。Mashallah。
So， 潘老师 ，How to say Happy New Year in Cantonese？
新年快乐！
新年快乐！谢谢。
新年快乐！
那说听了粤语、秋语，我知道你是上海人 ，So 怎么用上海话讲新年快乐
？So Link, do you know how to say 新年快乐 in Shanghai dialect?
Oh, I do not. I haven't spent nearly enough time in Shanghai. I'll have to change that soon. Maybe in the new year.
So next year for our China travel projects, you definitely need to come with me to Shanghai. Deal? Okay, cool. Deal. High five. So let me tell you that 新年快乐 it is 新年快乐。
新年快乐。
Okay, amazing. Thank you guys for.
So. 孙毅老师，我晓得你是成都人哈，所以说呢，我们可不可以在这儿也跟我们四川的朋友们打一声招呼，跟他们说一声？
四川的老乡，新年快乐！大吉大利！
哦，南门乐队的九哥，我从小在西安长大，咋个在西安的乡党说一声新年快乐！
新年快乐，
事事如意，
事事如意。皮夹克老师是天津人，想不想听一下天津话怎么说？
还真的不太会了。东北话吧，我觉得咱听个东北话的新年快乐吧。
这个东北话比较接近普通话，它最多就带点口音呢。
整一个。
这样，那个，那你要不然一会儿你打个快板，然后给大家用天津话再说一个。东北话就是新年快乐啊！
那边的朋友们还有没有家乡话不是普通话的？美娇，
我会比较难听，可以听一下，然后你猜一下是哪里的。新年快乐，
新年快乐，安徽的安徽 province。We also
Fantastic.
have a guest from the
对，会很强烈，是南京和安徽芜湖一带都会是这样的。
Okay, that's been fantastic. I think we're going to get on to a nice little music piece as we lead up to the countdown. We've got some sultry saxophone for you, I believe. Looking forward to this one. We're getting very, very close to the countdown.
Would you like to try the saxophone to?
Even though I take my saxophone here, so sure, okay, sure.
Okay.
What do you want to listen?
Belong.
Now it's New Year. We are waiting for here, so
Yeah, just a Happy New Year song.
And
Happy New Year
use
song.
the Chinese tradition music and here.
Fantastic.
新年好 ，OK?
新年好。
Yeah.
现场观众朋友一起来。
Nice. We got to see the handful performances and each of them saying Happy New Year in every language and dialect.
Including Arabic and a lot of Chinese accents.
That was quite interesting how each of them were sharing. I think the different accents really caught my attention. Dialects, sorry. It wasn't even accents, was that?
How would you say it in a Beijing dialect?
I have no idea. 新年快乐, the most normal
Should you
one.
not roll your R's at the end? Lur?
过年好.
快乐. We're watching one of your
drums?
favorite instruments, the drums.
I always say, imagine the Chinese drums in cooperation with Arabic drums. How
Can
nice
you speak
would
to the
that
producers
sound?
of that show?
Let's get in contact with the
Can
producers
you,
of that show.
Our
and
producers,
make it.
can you get in contact with their producers?
Let's make an Arab-Chinese New Year drum performance next year.
We still have one more minute left to go from 2024. What is something that you want to say about 2024?
2024, you've been awesome, you've been nurturing, you've been energizing. 2025, we hope for the best.
Yes. Fingers crossed for a better 2025, for a better tomorrow, literally tomorrow.
Literally in a minute.
Actually, in 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
I'm hoping there's some countdown somewhere because you and me together, I don't think it's going to be a big thing, but we're going to try.
We're going to be the most vibrant Happy New Year. Even though every location has a vibrant New Year happening.
I think it's 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! Happy New Year! 2025!
Happy
New Year!
Happy New Year!
We're seeing fireworks in Hong Kong because it is officially 2025. People jumping in Inner Mongolia.
Look at all the fireworks!
And these two folks jumping in the studio in Beijing.
Me and Nadim are also celebrating. Yes, our energy is there. Our energy is there.
Oh no, I'm excited.
We want to be everywhere.
Yes.
Where's your luggage? Aren't we going one of these places right now to celebrate?
I'm going to Jilin for the DJ.
I think I'm going to Chongqing later.
Shandong, we are seeing a little bit more modest celebrations, a little bit more spiritual. We're seeing them ringing the bell.
Meanwhile, Inner Mongolia, all the fireworks are everywhere. Telling you about the diversity of locations.
We still have a little bit more to be on air with our audiences. So before I ask you what is it that you're looking forward the most in 2025, you said that 2024 was exciting, nourishing, energizing. Yeah. What is one moment that you would like to live through again in 2024 before we officially move to 2025?
Speaking of 2024, I've had lots of really memorable moments. I think lots of my travels were really memorable. It was a learning experience, and through my travels, I got to make a big conclusion of them when I talked about many of them in the TED Talk that I did this year. So I think the TED Talk would be a moment that I really wanted to relive even when years to come, because the effort we put in to make it happen, going through scripts, and hopefully the story can touch more people's hearts. So I think that was a moment that I really wanted to relive.
How do you get, to do a TED Talk? Can you hook me up?
We're going to see Nadim on the next TED Talk.
In 2025. When we review 2025, I'll be like, and guess who got a TED Talk as well? And that would be She has no faith I have no faith in myself.
I do have faith, of course. Now back to you, a memorable moment that you would relive in 2025.
Okay, well, my memorable moment, honestly, is not as fancy as yours and is not as remarkable as yours. Mine would be to relive, I want to say incident, but it's not really incident, but I was basically in Xinjiang and we were filming a show which is coming up on CGTN, and I got to experience marriage for 10 minutes. Are
you married and we didn't know?
I got married for 10 minutes in public to a stranger, and it was a beautiful moment because it was a terrifying moment as well, but I got to live through the local Xinjiang customs of getting married, and that was very beautiful. It was part of a public performance, but still,
wonderful place, wonderful people.
It was a moment where I was like, is this happening? What is happening? And then it was 10 minutes, fleeting moments. But anyway, these are our moments for 2024. You tell us in the comments what your favorable, memorable, remarkable moments of 2024 are, and what is it that you're excited the most about in 2025? Speaking of which, anything that you're looking forward to in 2025?
More travels, more experiences, and probably more stories to share with our audience from around the world. As Nadim has said, you can share all your favorite memories of 2024 in our comment section, but also please do let us know which areas that you've seen during our New Year live stream that you would like to see more of. So hopefully me and you can have a chance to go visit them in 2025 and bring you more stories from China.
From CGTN.
This is Myrna.
And this is Nadim.
And we will see you on our next
live stream.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year.